Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I thought I would share 17 facts about myself which you might not all know. Some might not. So they're very random facts. They're not your everyday general personal fact, they're just very random. Obviously they're personal but random. So number one is I have hypermobility. So I have done a video on this, but what you don't know is that at high school, my joints never used to hurt when I used to pull my fingers out of joint. So I used to freak people out at high school. So I could pull my finger out, not anymore, because it would hurt. So that's probably why it hurts now, because I did it at high school, but I used to freak them out because you could see it dislocating. I don't know why, I just did it, and very often they'd ask me to do it, so I was like, sure, I'll do it for you, but probably shouldn't, and that's probably why my hands are bad. Second one is I run up the stairs and down the stairs when I'm at home, but when I'm in public, I'll walk. Like, why? So if I'm in a hurry, I'll probably run up the stairs in public, but I don't tend to walk up and down the stairs at home. It's just easier just to run, but oh well. Number three is that I did gymnastics for 12 years. I miss it. Like, that was a big part of my life. I mean, we only mainly did floor and vault, but I lived on the tumble track. I loved the lift, standing on people's shoulders. Didn't like being the base. I'm not that tall, so it's a struggle, but I can be a base as well when my joints are good. Next one is I would love and always have loved to be able to perform on stage. So like to dance on a stage. I would just love it. It would mean so much, and like with dance, it's how I express myself. So doing that on a stage in front of an audience, when we perform like dance through the club I'm with, I love it. Hundreds of people watching, I'm fine. But to do that as a career, it would just be amazing. But I don't think my joints would handle it, but never say never. Number 5 is I can't swim. I mean, I would love to be able to swim. I'd love to be able to go underwater loads, but yeah, I can't swim. So I think the biggest factor as to why is when I had lessons at primary school, one of the swimming instructors that worked at the leisure centre, I was in the first group, so I was in like class 1, and you had to catch a woggle and jump in, or hold on to the woggle and jump in. So as I went to catch it, she then yanked it out my way, so I fell in and went right under because my feet didn't touch the ground in the pool. I'm little when I was that age, and that's probably why. I remember doing a lot of coughing afterwards because water went up my nose. It was just horrible. I don't know why she thought she needed to. It just set me back more. Number 6. I love to make these videos, make YouTube videos, I love it. But when it comes to editing, on the other hand, not so much. Once I get into the swing of things, it's okay, but the thought of having to edit a video, especially if there's one which has got lots of clips, I do struggle with it. I mean, I know how. I find it a bit boring, truth be told, but I do it. The next one is I live in the countryside. It's in the middle of nowhere. There obviously are houses around, but no corner shops for me. So if I want to go to a shop, I'd have to drive for 20 minutes, and that's for a village shop. Or there's a garage about a quarter of an hour away, but it's not worth it. So I work in a town, so that's how I do my shopping. You can't just walk to anywhere to get anything. Not unless you want sticks for the fire, then we're good for that here. Number 8 is when I was growing up, I wanted to be the tooth fairy. I know, very random, but I think it's the dresses I liked. Who wouldn't want wings and be able to fly? Like, I loved it. That's what I always wanted to be. I mean, it's definitely not a career when you're an adult, but you can always dream. Next one is, I have a fear of fish, I believe. So not fish and chips, I can eat that, that's fine, but when it comes to, and we have pond fish outside, but when it comes to going around like a pet shop where they have fish, yeah, that freaks me out. I don't know why some outdoor fish freak me out, but some indoor fish, like, they freak me out. And I think it's that never knowing what's going to be in the next tank you come to as well. So I was walking, and then the one time I was walking and there was this massive catfish by my feet. Like, obviously it's in a tank, but that would freak me out. Like, it was massive, and it has those whiskers, and I'm just not a fan. Number 11 is, I am probably one of the world's biggest procrastinators. I think I said that right. But I'll just put things off, and it's not a good trait to have, and I'd love to be able to say that I wouldn't do it anymore, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. I mean, it's the same like editing. Once you're doing it, it's fine. It's just a thought of having to sit there for a long time and work. But at the end of the day, the outcome's always positive, so. And I always think, if I do the work now, I won't have to do it later, and I'll feel better later on knowing that I've done the work. I can just relax in the evenings. So that's always a goal to set yourself, which one that I do, and it does work. I just need to get going a bit sooner. That was number 10. Number 11 is, I am rubbish at waking up. I thought I was a morning person compared to an evening person, but I'm starting to think otherwise. Like, if I have a reason to get up in the mornings, I will. However, I do always turn my alarm off. I always make sure there's at least a 5-minute snooze on, set for 3 times, because the majority of the time I turn my alarm off, or I set it to snooze, and then go back to sleep for 5 minutes. So then snooze the alarm, go back to sleep for 5 minutes, and I'll snooze it, and then that's when I normally get up. I don't know why I do it, but in the mornings you don't really think clearly, I don't think. So, I mean, I wish it was the other way around. I wish I could just wake up, go for a run, do some fitness, which I think about the night before, and then I wake up and I'm like, nah. But I do need to change that way of thinking. The next one is that when I was born, I was blonde. This is dyed, but it's browner now. I had like white hair, like blonde, and I do miss it. I wish I was blonde again. Next one is, I have never smoked or drank alcohol. So a lot of people my age are going out experimenting with drinks. I'm not interested. I don't want to wake up the next morning with a hangover and being sick and unconscious and not with it and falling over. I mean, I fall over in myself, so I don't need to get drunk to fall over. So I've just never been interested or wanted to try it or see what it's like or anything like that. Number 14 is that I have never been onto an aeroplane before. I mean, I'd love to go abroad, but I don't own a passport because I don't have a reason to. I've never been on an aeroplane. And it's one of those that I would like to, but I know that my nerves would get up, but the holiday itself would be good. If I could just like click my fingers and be in a different destination, then at normal circumstances, then I would, but not at the moment. I need to be like proper ready to go on that aeroplane, and you can't just click your fingers and go somewhere. However much it'd be nice. Or I need my two fairy wings to get me there. Who knows? So next one is, I have a scar on my forehead. I thought this would draw your attention to it, but I don't actually think you can see it in the camera. But if you can now, you're going to be looking for it. When I was little, I ran up the kitchen steps. There's 2, they're concrete. Got the first one tripped, smacked my head on the corner of the second one. I had blood all on my forehead, but it was from a little scar. I think it was a lot worse at the time than it looked a lot worse than what it was, I think. I remember I had butterfly stitches, It was when I was at like preschool age, because I remember standing in a corner not wanting anyone to see, but I soon got over it. Number 16 is I cannot sit still for a long time. Like, I fidget. I talk a lot with my hands as it is because I just can't sit still. And if I'm watching a telly, I start facing normal way, and then eventually my legs would be against the wall or behind me and I'm watching the telly upside down. I just can't sit still. I never have been. Like, even walking through a living room, I never used to be able to. It was always a cartwheel or a handstand walk through the living room. Just normal for me. Like, my mum very often told me to stop jigging about because I just couldn't be still. But that's just me, and I just can't sit still. And the last one, number 17, is yes, I still play on my Nintendo Wii. I'm sure that went out of fashion years ago, but I love Just Dance on there. I love some of those games, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop going on it, I've got to be honest. I might need some new games, and I know that they stopped making them, but I do like it. I mean, I'd love an Xbox to connect where you wouldn't actually have to hold the remote for like Just Dance games, but I've got what I've got, so I do like playing it. Very often me and my mum are downstairs playing Just Dance, and we're having a great old time, having a bit of a dance, keeping fit, it's all good. So those are my 17 fun facts for you that are very random, I know, but thought I would share it for you. Seen lots of other YouTubers do it, so I thought, why not join in? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell beside it so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video, because I have got lots more videos coming. My upload pattern is now going to be on a Monday, which is when I upload my main video, and then I'm also going to be doing for now 2 Sims 4 videos a week as well as that, so they'll be on a Wednesday and a Saturday, hopefully, as long as they go up alright. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video as well. Let me know what other content you want to see. Go and follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!